So today, something different. I keep a record of everything that has changed or is changing in the American Disney parks month by month, and today here, we're going to look back at 2025, all of the things that are new or are no longer there. We'll start 1 year ago as the holiday season was finishing up, first in California and then in Florida. After years of leaning mountains and a bendy Eiffel Tower, Disney finally adjusted its projection system on soaring. These changes came online in Florida toward the end of 2024 and at DCA in 2025. The Epcot version also got a new ending to reflect changes in the actual park. The Boneyard had one final Christmas. Construction started on Lakeshore Lodge in Bay Lake, and in January, Dinoland closed up for good so that ground clearing work could begin toward tropical Americas. Disney announced that the attraction, Dinosaur, would remain open for the year and then close up early in 2026, allowing everyone to have one last ride. Also closing was It's Tough to Be a Bug, to make way for a Zootopia show. And now let's switch over to California for a bit, where big changes were happening at the mansion, particularly with a new bride and a couple of other added effects, such as another floating candelabra. And at the same time show work was happening inside the mansion, another team was extending and retheming the outdoor queue area with items that reflect the mansion's gothic vibe. And along with that new queue and the new effects, the California mansion finally got its own gift shop, themed to Madame Leota. Over at DCA, after nearly 13 years, the red trolley cars were taken out of service, with one now becoming a photo op. This was done to make way for park expansions, including the Infinity Defense ride, which would be partially built where the trolley car barn once stood. And over in Rise of the Resistance at Disneyland, Disney adjusted the movement of those trackless vehicles so the cannons now move back and forth again, similar to how they did when the ride first opened. For the Festival of the Arts at Epcot, one of the best additions this year was a museum-style display celebrating Disney's 30 years on Broadway. This display was far better presented and attended than the flower and garden exhibit that showed up in this same space later that spring. Also at Epcot, Test Track remained closed for the first half of the year to reimagine the queue area and the stages inside the ride. At the end of May, Disney opened a reimagined Little Mermaid show and also a show based on the villains at the studios. At Epcot, Cool Kids Summer was in full swing, with interactive areas like Goofy Core. Test Track also reopened at the end of May with new scenes that echoed the near-futuristic leanings that once defined Epcot back when it opened. Just down the way from Test Track and just behind Spaceship Earth, Disney opened Geo 82 with lovely panoramic views of the park. It's the only bar inside of a Disney World park where customers need to be over 21 years of age. Back in California on July 17th, Disneyland opened a new Walt Disney display area and animatronic show in the Opera House. Just down the way from the Opera House, the park transformed the Main Street Cinema into a tribute area to the Sherman Brothers. And Small World got a new verse and a new child figure. A few days later, in Florida, Disney World premiered Starlight, the first year-round nighttime parade for the Magic Kingdom since 2016. The biggest ongoing construction project in Florida remained Lakeshore Lodge, a nature-themed resort in the center of Fort Wilderness. It will have over 900 rooms along with cabins, multiple pools, a waterfront restaurant, a lounge to view the fireworks, and a lazy river. In late August, Beacon Barrel opened at the Magic Kingdom, a Pirates-themed pub. And at about the same time, Halloween returned to Disney World with fireworks, multiple shows, and a parade as part of the after-hours event, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween. And also to the California resort, which included displays in the hotel, a parade, and also a unique walkthrough area called Villains Grove. In November, a new Zootopia show opened in the Tree of Life at Animal Kingdom. By this time at Hollywood Studios, work was moving forward on a reimagined animation courtyard. And on the other side of that same park, crews were taking down the Muppets in preparation for Monsters Incorporated. And that brings us up to December 2025, and I'll leave you now with a few construction shots taken at the close of this year. That was our 2025 year in review, covered in about 7 minutes. If you're finding us for the first time by this video, we host a weekly podcast filled with episodes about the origins and development of the Disney Studio and the parks, and other episodes focused on news and analysis of current events that then chart out where the Disney company will likely take us in the years ahead. You can find our weekly podcast by searching Disney History Institute. I hope to see you there.